Hi, this is Lady Shell. I am back again with another character creation video, and this episode is going to feature the Warforged Rogue. Um, in my last episode, which was the Fire Genesee sorceress, or sorcerer rather, I mentioned that I was going to make a kobold rogue, but I decided to forego the kobold and go with the Warforged, just because it's even more different than the kobold. So let's start with our 46 and drop the lowest method of rolling our abilities, and hopefully we'll get some good rolls. Not too bad. Okay, so let's go to our thing and let's type down here. I got 11, 12, 14, 13, 13, and 14. Those are pretty good rolls. Now, our rogue's the best ability for the rogue is the dexterity, and also intelligence and charisma are also second and third most. So I'm going to use I have two 14s, so I'm going to use 14 in dex. I'm going to use the other 14 in intelligence. And, okay, what was the other one? Charisma. Okay. Yeah. So we got 14, 14. Now let's put the 13 in charisma. Let's put the other 13 in con. Let's put let's see, 14, 14, 13, 13. We got a 12 and an 11. So let's put the 12 in strength and the 11 in wisdom. Okay, not too bad. So the next we will do our background, and let's open up the background tab. And what should we choose for our rogue background? I'm thinking maybe he is a faction agent. Yeah, I'm going to go with faction agent because it's different. So we'll drag that over, close this down, and it's asking me to add a skill that I'm going to be proficient in. Now I'm already proficient in insight, so let's choose one more. How about stealth? Oh, stealth isn't on the list. How about intimidation? Yeah. Okay. Now let's go back to our main tab, and we're going to choose a race, which I already told you I was going to take Warforged. This is from the Unearthed Arcana. So we have a sub-race from the list below. I believe I want Skirmisher because, yeah, it gives me more dex. I'm going to be Skirmisher. So we're going to click on that. Increase our dex. And then we're going to take for our class, Rogue, like I said. And I'm going to take Rogue from the Player's Handbook. And close this down. Now I get to choose 4 more skills to be proficient in. So far, we're proficient in insight and intimidation, and stealth is on here now. And persuasion would be good. And perception. Wait, what did I pick for my wisdom? Wisdom's 11. No, I'm not going to take perception because wisdom's not that great. I'm going to instead take investigation because that's based on my intelligence, and I have a 14 intelligence. And one more. Oh, acrobatic. See, I always get confused if acrobatics or athletics, which one is strength. I think acrobatics is dex. Yeah. Probably because they both start with A. Okay. There we go. We've got our rogue, and I'm going to name him Carter. And I would like to level up Carter to level 3. To do this, you'll drag the shield off the tab and back on, off the tab and back on. And now we're level 3, and we can close this, and we can pick our customization. I think I am going to take the assassin. And we click OK, and then I'm going to open up the skills, and remember that we have proficiency in acrobatics, insight, intimidation, investigation, persuasion, and stealth. Pretty well rounded there. Let's go to abilities. I'm going to take and open up the abilities and see the ones that are ones that I'm going to be adding to the actions tab when I add my spell. Well, he's not going to have spells, but skills and stuff. Okay, focus your training. This is the main assassin feature, and assassinate is part of that. It says that at 3rd level that you are at your deadliest when you can get the drop on your enemies. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. Bonus proficiencies. Okay, so it says when you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you gain proficiency with the Disguise Kit and the Poisoner's Kit. Now, because it says I have this proficiency, I need to go to my Skills tab, and I need to edit. I need to click the plus button twice because I'm adding 2 different things. I'm adding the Disguise Kit, and then I'm going to click on the star, and then I'm going to tie it to Charisma. And the second thing I'm getting is the Poisoner's Kit. And I'm going to click on the star, and I'm going to tie this to Intelligence. Because you got to know what you're doing when you're making some poison, right? Okay, let's stop editing here so I don't accidentally click on something on accident. Okay, so I've added that. I can close this. I was going back to abilities. Cunning action. That is a feature that I get. I'm going to want that. Open. Oh, now it says I have proficiency in Thieves' Tools also. Wait, choose 2 of your skills proficiencies or 1 of your skills proficiencies and your proficiency with Thieves' Tools. Gonna add proficiency in Thieves' Tools. You know what? I'm not going to add that because it says choose 2 of your skill proficiencies. And when it offered me to add the 2 skills, I did add them. And I am not going to add Thieves' Tools because I already, that's this part. Proficiency bonus is double for any check you may use. Okay. So that's expertise. Let's go back here. Safe haven is where you have access to lots of information and you can get around and stuff. That's a role-playing thing. Sneak attack. Yeah, that's damage. We want to add that. And thieves can't. Now that is another one that I'm going to be adding to my skills tab because it says I am proficient in thieves can't. It's a secret mix of dialect and hand signals and something commonly known by thieves. And I'm going to be proficient and I'm going to tie it to, and let's say intelligence again because you need to have intelligence to be able to use your, well, you know what? Since it is hand signals, it's a secret code. No, it's a code. It's a secret code. I think you need intelligence for this. I'm going to leave intelligence as my skill that it's based off of. I'm going to stop editing so I don't accidentally click it on accident and get rid of it. But I do need to add this language to my down here. It says that I speak common plus 2 of your choice. Now, when it says 2 of your choice, it's not referring to thieves can't. So I get 2 of my choice plus I get thieves can't. I'm going to choose Elvish and I'm going to choose Dwarvish. And then I'm going to put thieves can't. Now, if you look down here, you will see thieves can't is not listed because it's not part of the basic package from Fantasy Grounds. So I am opening the options menu. I'm opening the language tab and I'm going to edit, add, and I'm going to put thieves can't on here. Now, if you recall me making a druid, I had to add the druidic to here. So it's the same thing. I'm just going to pick a type. This is just the font that displays when you have thieves can't. I'll just put draconic. Okay, and I will close that again and close that. And now you should see thieves can't on the list here. So if you were typing to someone else in your party that was also a rogue that knew thieves can't, you could say, hey there, and they would see the translation if they spoke it, and the people that didn't speak it would only see the font here. So I'm going to change this back to no language, and I'm going to erase. And what else do we got? Okay, so we're done thieves can't. We can close that. Now we're getting into our racial traits. We have integrated protection. Your body has built-in protective layers that can determine your armor class. You gain no benefit from wearing armor, but if you are using a shield, you apply its bonuses normal. You can alter your body to enter different defensive modes. Each time you finish a long rest, choose one mode to adopt from the integrated protection table, provided you meet the mode's prerequisite. Interesting. I've never done a Warforged, so I am new to this. So composite plating, prerequisite medium armor. No, see, now I couldn't use this because I'm only proficient in light armor. but I can use the Darkwood core, which is 11 plus the Dex modifier and the proficiency bonus if I'm proficient in light armor. So it should be 11 plus 2 plus 3. So it should be 15. No, how come it's only 13? 11, 12, 13. For some reason it's not adding that. I'm going to leave this open because I want to see if there is some kind of a code that I need to put. It might be something that I have to put a code in to get that benefit. Yeah, that's the only one that I could do because I'm not proficient in medium or heavy. So we'll close that down there. And back to our abilities. Okay, we have Light Step. When you're traveling alone for an extended period of time, 1 hour or more, you can move stealthily at a normal pace. We'll see if that's a coded feature. Serenity's Rest. When you take a long rest, you must spend at least 6 hours of it in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping. This is a role-playing thing. And Warforged Resilience. You were created to have a remarkable fortitude. You have advantage on saving throws. You don't need sleep. Blah, 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 blah. This looks like it probably something that's going to be coded. So I'm bringing that over there. Okay, we're going to move on to our next tab, which is our inventory. Now, if you recall, I picked the faction agent and I forgot to save it down here. I want to save it because I'm going to need it. And I will leave that down there, go to the inventory, and because I picked faction agent and then I'm a rogue, I have those two features and I'm going to use Rob Tui's background and class equipment bundles to make my equipment list here. Besides my equipment list, I'm going to add one additional thing. I'm going to add one healing potion, because I want to show you how to make functionality to your healing potions in your inventory, actually on your actions tab. So instead of dragging things one by one based on what it says in your background or your class tab, I'm going to use Rob's module, which makes it super simple. I'm going to go to, parcels. I'm going to open up the background and class equipment bundles. I'm going to scroll down to the faction agent, drag it over to my inventory, and there are the things that I get from being a faction agent. And scroll down to the bottom for the class, and I'm going to drag over rogue, and those are the things that I get for being a rogue. And I have a backpack, which I'm not going to do the coding, or not the coding, but I had shown you in previous episodes how to make your backpack, have your items in it, but I'm not going to be doing that because if you want to look that up, you can look at any of my class videos and you'll be able to see how I did that. This is just a little bit less detailed. I have a short bow. I have rations. Okay, I have 5 rations. It's important to remember that. I have 10 pitons. I have a lantern. I don't have torches. I have a lantern. So I want to know that because on my actions tab, when I get there, I'm going to make a section where I'm going to be tracking my consumables, and those are my consumables. Okay, so I do have thieves' tools. That's cool. Okay, so the next tab is the Notes tab, and I call this my role-playing tab because this is where you put your alignment and your deity and your gender and your age and your height and your weight and all that good stuff. It's also where you put your personality traits, your ideals, your bonds, and your flaws. But you can find all this in some tables at the bottom of your background tab. And here they are. And you could either take them randomly, which is the way that I'm going to be making my character, by just rolling random. Or you can pick something from this list that you might like. Or you can put whatever you want on there because it's your character. It should reflect your what you want from your character. So I'm dragging this to the ideals. Oh wait, that wasn't ideals. Haha. Oops. This is personality trait. So this needs to go in the right box, Shelley. Okay, ideals. For ideals, we have this one. And bonds. And flaws. The other things that you would add to this page would be your appearance. You could describe yourself, and under notes is where you would put your backstory. This is the tab for if you were doing Adventure League. You would put your DCI and your faction and stuff, which we are not doing, so I'm not going to cover it. And this is the page with your weapons and your spells and your skills. And this is where I'm going to put different sections and track the consumables and so on. But I need to add my ammo because it does not add your ammo. I have 2 daggers. One of them is set up for melee and one of them is set up for thrown. You could use them both for melee or you could use them both for thrown, whichever you want, or one of each like it is now. I'm putting number 2 there, and you can see it gave me 2 bubbles to show that I have 2 ammo. For my short bow, I have 20 arrows. So I'm going to type 20, and there are my arrows. Now I'm going to make sections below here for my different things that I want to track here. I already told you I wanted to track consumables. I also would like to track my racial traits. And I want to track, what I'm doing is I'm going into edit mode and I'm clicking the star, and that gives me a new, it's called a power. You can see where it's called power up here, but when I typed consumables in this right box, it changed the header to consumables, but you have to click out of the where you typed it to have it reflect that. So if I type in here standard actions and then I click over here, it changes this to standard actions. Now I'm going to put my class features in standard actions because they're basically the same thing. All the information that I'm going to be getting from this is found in this different Rob Tui's modules here. The first one that I'm going to be using is the class features, and you'll see at the top here where it says action, dodge, help, hide, and ready. These are my standard actions, so I'm going to be dragging them into the little open spot there. Just drag each one in here and it will make a new line. And then in addition, I'm going to be adding my class features. So it said that I had the assassinate feature. Because I'm looking up under class, I would like to go down to source and I'm going to choose rogue so that it will only give me things related to the rogue. Okay, and here's my assassinate feature, and I can drag that over here too, and I could close this. I could drag, what else do we have? Most of the stuff is for higher levels. So I'm not sure why I don't have cunning action. It should be there, but for some reason it's not. But it is in here. I just have to get out of the rogue category. And just in the top box, I'm going to type cunning action. Why is it not here? Nope. Okay, let me just go to all then. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to drag it from here. Cunning action. Drag it into the section. And sneak attack. I'm going to type sneak. And that was under rogue, so I could actually open. No. Rogue. Sneak attack. Drag that in there. Get rid of that. These three things are racial traits. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the edit and I'm going to delete this line. This is like a placeholder. So now I just have my 4 standard actions plus the skills that I added in here. The assassinate and the sneak attack and the cunning. Didn't I add cunning action? Oh, cunning action went up there. Not sure why cunning action went up there. Probably because it's not really coded. Let me get that back from here. Right here. Cunning action. Nope, it keeps wanting to put it up here. Well, I'll just call this class action. Or not class action. Yeah, class features. Since it wants to put it up here. It really doesn't have a code. As you can see on these, see how they have the magnifying glass and how it opens up some kind of an effect, or for assassinate, that's an effect. For sneak attack, that's an effect. Cunning action is not an effect. All cunning action is that you say, oh, I'm going to be using my cunning action, and you use it to either dash, disengage, or hide. So I'm going to leave it there. And now we're going to go on to our racial traits. I finished cunning action. I can close that down. I'm going to get rid of the word sneak. I'm going down to source. I'm going to go to my race, which is Warforged. Whoa, Warforged. There we go, Warforged. And I have Warforged Resilience. And that is right here. Whoops. I need to open that again so I can get rid of that. And I'm going to close the magnifying glass so that the line doesn't take up all the spaces. That was, I guess there is no integrated protection trait. I'm going to go to no feature and see if I find anything integrated. Nope. How about light step? Nope. And what was the third one? That's the one that I just added, Warforged Resilience. Okay, these do not have codes, so there's nothing for me to add. And I don't believe there was any. The rogue does not get spells. If it did have spells, they would be listed up here. If I would have chosen the Arcane Trickster, then he would have had spells, but since he doesn't have that archetype, he doesn't have spells, and I don't need to add anything else. So we have, oh, yes, I do need to add, I need to track the consumables. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm going to add, we're tracking, it was a lantern for our light source. We are tracking our water skin for water. We were tracking, was it pitons? Okay, we have rations. We have 5 days of rations and 10 pitons. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple more. Rations, pitons, and the final thing I want to add is healing potions. Okay, to add functionality to your healing potion, you will take your mouse and you will put the mouse over the words healing potions. I'm going to right click and I get a radial menu here. I'm going to choose add action. I'm going to choose add heal, and you'll see it adds another line down here, and this is where I need to tell the program how much a healing potion will heal. I know that a healing potion does 2d4 plus 2. So I'm going to left click on my 4-sided dice, and I'm going to right click one time to get 2 dice, and I'm going to drag them over into my tab, and you'll see that it added the 2 dice to the healing function. And then I'm going to add a 2 in the bonus box, and now you'll see that it says that this healing potion will do 2d4 plus 2. So we will close that, and then I'm going to edit again, and I'm going to go to where it says standard. I'm going to click once, and you'll see it goes to preparation. We need to tell it how many of each item we have in our inventory. Now, when you use these items, they will, you can track, you'll see the buttons when I get there. I'm going to tell it 1 healing potion, 1 lantern, 10 pitons, 5 rations, and 1 water skin. Now when you click down here in preparation, it'll go to combat mode, and you will see it has the little bubbles, just like it did for your arrows and your daggers, your ammo. Now when you use a piton, you would check this off in your sheet. It does not deduct from your inventory. This is the way that you're tracking it, is on this specific page of your sheet. So that is all we have for this character. We have all the weapons, we have all the skills, we have our consumables tracked, we have our racial traits. I could actually show you. We'll put Carter in the combat tracker. Let's give him a token. There is no Warforged, I don't think. I'll just put, whoops, just put that picture. And if I want to add the Warforged racial trait, you could just double click. Whoa, not double click, single click. Sorry, single click. I'm going to deduct. To fix this, if you ever put something on your character and it was an accident that you put it on, or you put it on twice like I just did, you click on this little winged boot and you can see that I have it listed twice. And to delete it, you would go to the delete item and click that twice. Now I have my resistance to poison, advantage against poison, immune to disease and exhaustion. I don't need sleep, food, drink, or air. Oh, that's funny. I have rations and I don't even need to eat. I don't need to breathe either, or drink. Well, I'm still tracking. I'm tracking the information anyway. And I'll click on the boot again to get rid of that. But we have finished our character. I could close the magnifying glass. And I guess that's it. So let's see, what's the next thing on the list? The next character that I'll be making will be an Orc Barbarian. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial here, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And until I talk to you again, bye-bye.